That's the sound of the police. Woo, woo. Oh, wait. I always get scared when I start singing a song that I'm going to get copyrighted. So that's not my music. I just had that song in my mind because I was thinking about the police, and specifically I was thinking about the Carb Police. And so I just wanted to go live really quick before I go get ready for bed, because something's just been on my heart for a while. I've had a lot since I've evicted, over 100 pounds, holding strong at 111, but I will tell you, watch out for my afters for May 1st, because I am honed in and I am staying on track for April, and I decided I'm done being comfortable. Like, I have really maintained the 111-pound loss, and it's just, I got so comfortable in this body and so comfortable with what I could eat. I didn't realize how much stuff snuck in for the first quarter of the year, and I said, wait, it's time to get summertime fine. I am focusing in. I have muscle gains. I have a lot of goals yet that I want to hit. So I have been on point for April, and I'm feeling great. I'm feeling alive, and I'm just feeling on point. And something, since I have evicted over 100 pounds, and I'm going through my second nutrition certification with my company, and I've been able to help, and I've been able to make so many changes in my own life, it's very common that I'll end up having someone ask me, what should I have for lunch? That's a good choice. What should I have for dinner? That's a good choice. What can I have that's a good choice to eat, right? And I have to be honest in that you probably know the right choices to make, right? I mean, everybody knows you have to drink water, you need to eat in vegetables, you need to eat fruit, you need more veggies. Like, everybody knows those things, right? But what I tell you when I make a recommendation of what to have for lunch or what to have for dinner, or what to choose, it's really only relative to what is right for your body and how you've eaten and lived the rest of the day. So I can tell you a healthy lunch to eat, but if you've already eaten everything else for breakfast and you're going to go have a party the rest of the night, it's not going to help you get to your goal. So although it would be a healthy lunch, it's not going to get you to your goal. So I just want to preface this by saying, I show you in pictures, and I share some of my tips, and I share some things. You can scroll through my Facebook and find some tips, but I firmly believe that unless you know what you're eating and you're tracking your food and you're going through your food, and you have either taken a course like I am finished and going through, or you're following a plan that looks at your goals and looks at your current energy and makeup of life, like I can't just tell you, go have 2 carbs, 2 proteins, and 2 fruits, and you'll be great. Like, no, we need to actually talk about your goals and look at how you're eating now, and then take your biometrics and set you up with the correct plan for you. I can't just say, go eat this and you'll be good. But in doing that, I can't tell you how many people also say, oh, this is a carb, you probably don't want it. Oh, this is a carb, you probably shouldn't have it. First of all, there are no carb police. There is no carb police going to come to my desk or my home or my car and take away the carbs from me. I have evicted 111 pounds, and I eat carbs 3 or 4 times a day, and I always have. Personally, carbs, everything that I've learned in my nutrition certification that I had last year and the one I'm going through right now, everything that I have learned is carbs are necessary. Carbs are helpful. They feed your brain. They help with the blood glucose during exercise and rebuilding muscle. They're found in dairy and fruits and beans and vegetables. Carbs are everywhere, right? Now, if when you think of a carb, you're thinking of potato chips and cookies and crackers and all those things, those are not a carb. Those are not a carbohydrate. Those are a silly food group. They're not really a food group, okay? But sweet potatoes, even whole white potatoes, whole grains, beans, all those things are good carbohydrates, and some of them are more fiber-filled and more nutritious for you, and that's some of the things that I can offer you in my nutrition plans that you can learn and what to eat best. But I just want to encourage you that there's not one great perfect thing other than my daily superfood shake, there's not one perfect great thing that would help everybody, other than like seeing what you're really eating, digging into a plan that would be helpful for you, and then leaning into a group of support like myself and saying, yes, it's time to do it. We're not going to say like go around and cut out carbs all day, because I'll tell you for myself, now this is my personal experience. Number one, I believe in everything that I've been learning that you need carbohydrates to have a functional, healthy body, right? For your brain and for your glucose, there's lots of reasons you need carbs. But pairing them with fiber, having fiber-filled carbs, or pairing them in eating in a smart way with proteins, you can sustain that energy the carbohydrates bring you a little longer, and you can be healthier. But again, these are all things that you can learn from the tools I have that you can have as well. So when we're talking about just cutting carbs out for no reason, I could not sustain that. That's not something that I would be able to handle. In the past, anytime I've done an extreme cut out diet, or any diet that would tell me I can't have a fruit, is something that I couldn't hold for a long time. I would hold it for a short period of time, and then Jen would like cycle back, have one, and hog wild, I would go in a binge crazy cycle. So for me, following any kind of diet that eliminates carbs completely, and takes them out, especially the healthy ones out, doesn't make sense for me. If that's something that you're following, I personally don't agree with it from what I'm learning and from what I'm doing, but I'm not worried about what you're doing unless you want me to help you do what I've done. Does that make sense? Like, I'm not judging you. I'm just saying I'm not going to make that choice for myself, because I wouldn't be able to hold it, and it would just put me back in that emotional roller coaster. And I'm not going there. But if you need help and you're asking me for help, then I have my tools that I follow, and the nutrition courses that come along with my programs. And I'm saying we like carbs. I have carbs 3 or 4 times a day, and have been able now 2.5 years. This is the longest that I've evicted weight and stayed on a healthy journey. Previous to that, the longest was 6 months. I am over 2 years at my healthiest and fittest that I have ever been. So what I'm doing is sustainable for me. And a huge portion of it is mindset. Oh, hey, Elizabeth. So yes, mindset. And that's a big thing that I cover and I talk about in my groups. And I try to share it as much as I possibly can, because that's one of the biggest things that has changed for me, is that I used to be stuck in the mindset that I'm just big boned. I'm just meant to be fat. I just want to eat whatever I want to eat. Like, I let everybody and everything else control what I was going to eat. When I went into work for the day, I would hit the drive-thru on the way to work, and whatever I felt like ordering is what I ordered. I didn't have a plan. I wasn't paying attention to what I was taking in, but it was egg white, and it was not so bad a choice, so I should be good. I should lose weight, right? And then I would get to lunch, and I would order out where everybody ordered out. And if everybody was ordering something healthy and going to the salad bar at ShopRite, I would go get a salad bar at ShopRite and feel like that was a great choice for the week. And then the next day, if we were doing, takeout from a local burger, Wayback Burger or whatever, and I would get a greasy burger, I would decide it was okay for me to have a burger and okay for me to have the fries because everybody else was. I look back and I realize how silly that was of me, because why am I letting my health be determined by what everybody else around me is doing? Just because we're ordering from here doesn't mean I have to, right? And not that they're all necessarily bad choices. You can order healthy things from almost anywhere, and there's a lot more healthy choices coming out. But what I found is, for me, excluding something and saying no was the worst part. And so that's where I kind of was like thinking, I want to say there's no Carb Police. There's no Carb Police coming. I've had lots of cake and lots of cookies and lots of buns and things like that while I've been on this journey. But the biggest thing that I've learned is like you said, Elizabeth, it is your mind. And that's why I love our Mindset Nutrition course, because it really has changed how I look at food and my choices. And am I perfect? No, but that's not what the goal is. The goal is progress and learning more and perfecting. And every time that I slip back or get comfortable, I realize, okay, it's time to reel it in and go. So I am not going to say don't have carbs, because if I don't know what your goals are, what your weight, what your activity level, what your injuries or sensitivities to food, if I don't know all the important things to know, I can't pair you with the right program, and I can't say, yes, eat this for lunch. Yes, eat this for dinner, right? Like, I mean, I can tell you general healthy things, but I just really urge that if you're serious, like if you are serious that you want to join me and get summertime fine, you are ready to swing from the chandeliers, feel good in your skin, you walk taller. Like, I swear, every time that I get stronger, I walk taller. I am getting taller, even though the doctor says I'm still 5'7". But every knowledge that you gain, every choice that you make, like I posted last night, I think, I get to do dishes when I get home from work. And that's a huge win for me. It took me months to eat everything I packed every day. It took me months to break the habit of ordering out wherever everybody was going. And that's another thing. Like, there's people, like, someone's ordering out because they're having a splurge day. Well, what if they've been eating perfect for a month and I haven't been eating perfect? So now I'm taking advantage of their splurge day, even though I haven't been eating perfect. So their splurge day is not a splurge for me. It's just an everyday regular. But I think because they're doing it, it's okay. But I don't know what their activity level is and what they're eating every other time. So it's just really, really, I implore you, number one, carbs are good for you. And I will say it every day. Carbs are good for you. Remember, potato chips and candy bars, those things, like, those are not carbs. I mean, they may have carbohydrates in them, but that's not a carb. That's a silly food group. Carbs I'm talking about are the carbs that you find in fruits, you find in vegetables, in whole grains, in dairy, in beans. Like, carbohydrates, healthy carbohydrates are everywhere, outside of also sweet potatoes, brown rices, and just something you would picture as a carb. But I'm not talking about a potato chip. A potato chip is not a carbohydrate. It is we're going to call it a silly category. Potato chips are silly. Do I get silly sometimes? Sure. But I have to tell you, 2.5 years later, I used to be the person who once a month I would need salt and vinegar chips, whole king size of peanut chews, and a 20-ounce bottle of Coca-Cola and a Wawa hoagie. Because my cravings, like, for 1 week was very specific. It was the Wawa hoagie, the king size peanut chews, a 20-ounce Coca-Cola, and a bag of salt and vinegar chips. Like, you can't get more specific than that. I can sincerely tell you, it has been over 2 years since I have had that combination. I have not been craving those things since I get my daily nutrition in my shake every morning. I am not having the cravings like I used to. My nails are growing without taking like a whole bunch of supplements that I used to take. Off my doctor prescriptions. Like, my taste buds have changed where I'm not craving those things even when it's that time that I would normally crave. So just want to encourage you that carbohydrates are allowed. It's a whole nutritional package, and that knowing where you are and where you want to go, and then making that decision. I'm gonna use that because decision's been in my mind lately, but I'm gonna use that because I feel like everything is a decision, right? I want to lose weight. I want to look like, I want to wear a 10. I want to wear a size 8. I want to wear this. I want to run a marathon. You can want to do those things and kind of wish them, but there's a point that you make the decision and then you go all in. And I think that's when you take that step and you push it and you realize, okay, I'm ready for the plan, Jen. I'm ready to look at where I am. I'm ready to commit to the plan. I'm ready to invest in myself and get started, right? I'm going to take Norma's word. Norma, I'm borrowing your word, decide. But you make the decision, you get the plan, and you see, okay, what should I eat? So if you're at 300 pounds like where I was, and you're looking to start a healthy weight loss journey, you're not going to go look at someone who's at 100 pounds and eat what they're eating. You need to slowly feed your body the right way. You're going to be stepping down. You're going to be eating a lot of food compared to that person who's eating 100 pounds. So I just want to encourage you. You need to see the whole picture, see where you are in your person, what your goals are, and then look at the whole plan, look at the data. Hi, Terry. So hopefully some of this was helpful. I feel like I got a little scattered and jumped around in some of the story that I was trying to share. But my big thing was I've evicted 111 pounds the last 2.5 years, and I eat carbs every day. And there are no carb police that are going to come and take my carbs from me, because they are beneficial. And I just want to encourage you that you can have a healthy relationship with food. You can have a healthy relationship with your body. And it's a decision, and then getting the appropriate plan for you and following it. And so if you are ready to make that change for yourself, if you want to swing from the chandeliers, if you want to get summertime fine with me, I'm telling you, my bathing suit after's coming May 1st, and I am really crushing this month. I'm feeling really good. I didn't realize it's been almost 7 months that I've been at the 111 pound mark, and I just got so comfortable, and I was just in autopilot, and I realized, you know what? I've got some muscles I want to carve yet. I have some strength I want to do. So I'm leaning into my group, and I'm offering you to come along with me and get summertime fine. And we're going to crush April. We still have plenty of time in April. It's only the 11th. You can totally be a whole new pant size, a whole new dress size by the end of the month if we get started this weekend. And it starts with a decision. It starts in your mind. I love how Elizabeth said that. Your mind is so, so important. And so I'm inviting you to come along with me. Yes, there is a cost. It's not free, but I pay. I have all my other clients pay, so I can't give you for free what I pay for. And let me tell you, you're worth the investment. You're absolutely worth the investment, and I will happily give you your money back in 30 days if you're not happy with your results. So Scout's honor is recorded. I will give you your money back in 30 days if you're not happy. But I get people set up 2 different ways. Whether you are an emotional eater and a roller coaster, like I spent 20 years gaining, losing, trying every pill, patch, and shrink drink out on the market, some of which companies even closed. You name it. If it was in the diet aisle, I drank it or took it. And so that I had a very emotional relationship with food, and unhealthy relationship with food and weight loss. And so if you are like I was, I've got the Mindset Nutrition course that will help you and will team you into some support. And if you are someone who craves structure, you're like, Jen, I don't have any emotions other than I just like to eat all the time, and I don't know what I should eat, and I'm not sure how much. Just tell me what I should eat and how much. If you're practical and you want that box checked and you want to be like told exactly what to eat and how much of it, then I've got the plan for you as well. So we go a couple different ways depending on your goals and what your style is, and we'll get you rocking and rolling. And you could even evict a few pounds by Sunday. I know it because I've seen it. Lady joined me last Thursday, and she already crushed 2.5 pounds out of her life by Sunday night. So I know you can too, and I would love to chat with you. And please, there's no carb police. Carbohydrates are okay. And I'm just going to reiterate, a carbohydrate is found in dairy, it's found in whole grains, it's found in beans, it's found in vegetables, it's found in fruit, it's found in lots of healthy things. Your brain needs carbohydrates, your muscles recovering need carbohydrates, helps your blood glucose. They're good. You don't need to get the carb police. So have a beautiful night. I'm going to go wrap up for bed, and I'll see y'all in the morning.